This is a Grindy Farm. This is one of our 4 fenced areas. That's our guardian dog Layla, and that is her companion Fergus, our other livestock guardian dog. They're Anatolian Shepherds. Behind them, that is Indigo, and laying down back there is Riesling, one of our newer goats. This is Piper, Moonbeam, Ava named her. Over in the other adjacent field is our bucks. We have 2 bucks and 1 wether. A wether is a castrated male goat. His name is Kevin. And then this little guy, we named him Elvis, but his real name is Eagle Sky. And then our other guy, the black and white feller, the littler one, his name is Claim to Fame, but we call him Sam I Am. And then over by the water bucket, that's Princess. She's one of our youngest goat. She's a little doeling. Most of our goats are does, or doelings, which are female goats. We only have 2 bucks because it only really takes 1 buck to impregnate a whole herd. On our farm, we have lots of fruit and vegetables. These are just some of our blackberries. We have actually acres of blackberries that we like to pick and make different things. This is one of our newer goats. Her name is Bahari. We have Nigerian dwarf goats. They're called Nigerian dwarf goats because they come from the continent of Africa, from Nigeria. And they're one of the smallest goats there are, but they're dairy goats, meaning the does, after they have babies, they produce milk. And their milk is one of the most quality of all the dairy goat milks because it has a very high percentage of butter fat and cream, and it tastes delicious. Here's our chickens. We have mostly hens. There's our rooster. We don't have names for them really. So our hens produce about 8 to 10 eggs a day in the spring. We have about 20. We used to have more, but some we think have gotten attacked by eagles and taken away. So here's some of our hens left. Feeding area. I feed the dogs here. We have hay for them here. And then they actually get grain in the stall. Here's where we keep the hay. It's 3rd cut hay, so it's very full of nutrients. And the goats prefer it over our field grass. That's Fergus being lazy. And there's Layla. Anatolian livestock dogs sleep a lot during the day because they're up at night guarding our animals because we have a lot of coyotes in our woods. So over in front of Fergus, you'll see, or in the back of Fergus, I should say, that's Karma on the left and Princess on the right. They're our youngest does we have right now. And this is Piper, Mahari. Goats can be very entertaining. Jazzy, this black and white doe, she thinks she's a herd queen. This is Willy Wonka. They are still transitioning because Karma, Bahari, Princess, and Riesling are relatively new to our farm. It takes them at least a good month to transition and adjust to each other. So they're trying to kind of fight for pecking order. So there's Piper and Jazzy. They're our friendliest does because they were bottle-fed babies. That means they were fed by a bottle versus nurse. This is where we give our goats water. And we have a brush to clean the buckets because goats are pretty particular about their water. They want it to be clean. So about every other day, we dump this bucket out and the boys' blue bucket over there, and we scrub it out and give them fresh water. And there definitely is a myth about goats eating anything, including boots. They don't eat everything, and there's actually a lot of plants that are toxic for goats, including things like rhododendrons and buttercups. So you have to be careful when you have goats and what access to plants they have. They're good at killing trees though. This tree in the background here, they've eaten all the bark off of it, and we didn't protect it in time, so it's slowly dying. There's Jazzy. Jazella, we call her Jazzy. We also put cider apple vinegar in our water as a kind of probiotic for our goats. We also give them minerals. We add that to their feed so they're healthy, and we worm them regularly, and they get vaccinated regularly as well. I'll take you closer now to the buck farm.